thumbs up for us. Right now, like this. Beard Advice Live. Welcome.
That's the intro.
Yeah, we're gonna be aggressive tonight.
Oh
Buckle on
gosh.
up, everybody. If you're in here, drop a comment. Let's see who's hanging out. I'm Dan. This is my wife, Sam. Sam, how you
doing? Good.
Good. Awesome. I got to address a comment right away.
Okay.
Leo says, Beard Topics Live today was outstanding, especially when Dan explained how he approaches things. Leo, thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, guys, go watch Beard Topics Live today when you're getting ready for bed tonight, when you're driving to work in the morning. And I don't remember what I was talking about, Leo. If you can give me like a brief reminder, be like, oh, you were talking about this or you said this, because I genuinely don't remember that topic, but I would love to hear that. And thank you. And special shout out to Doug. So this is one of my best friends here, Doug, moderator, teacher.
Mhm.
He had a crazy weight loss transformation, right? Like 130 pounds. He is on a couple of days in of like a 90-day push-up challenge. I think his push-ups are increasing every day, or he's doing 90 push-ups every day, hoping to get to like 150 push-ups, something like that. But really cool, man. Yeah, really cool.
Awesome.
So yes. Oh, look at this one. Yo, are these the legendary hosts of the Catching Up with the Commands podcast?
Who, me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Stop it. The legendary producer over here.
Oh, goodness.
Hey, Copper Johns, welcome in, everybody. Ruben says, I mean, Dan is awesome, but I don't remember the specific, but it was great. Hey, Jason, thank you, sir. He says, smash that like button like it owes you money. And yeah, if you guys don't mind, a couple of things. Hit that like button on your way in. Consider sharing this stream so we can get some more friends in here. And anything else you want the people to do?
Somebody go get me some French fries.
Oh,
I'm hungry.
She's hungry. She is, yeah. She is definitely hungry here. And on this show, guys, if you are new or unfamiliar, we call this Beard Advice Live because people send in pictures of their beards and we give them advice. They talk about their goals, their problems, and we say, hey, style here, trim here, do this. Here's a little bit of perspective, or you're crazy, your beard looks great. And we're really proud of that. But we do have two other segments that I'm very excited to go over today. Both of them. Sam C, what are the two other segments?
Our first one is called Catching Up with the Commands, where our podcast was born from. Eyelash problems.
Oh.
And we just kind of go over our week, what we did. And the next one is try something new. I'm not very scared this week.
Oh, good.
I'm not excited, but I'm not scared.
So try something new is a little bit different this week. Normally we try something that we have never had or have not had since we were like little kids.
Yeah.
And so this week we each have tried separately one of these things.
Yeah.
And now we're swapping and the other person is going to try.
Yep.
Which one you want to talk about first?
Surprise me.
Okay. We're going to talk about the one that I'm going to eat first. So I am going to eat a gluten-free Stroop waffle. Now, let me explain a little bit, and then I'll tell you Sam's experience with a Stroop waffle.
Okay.
I discovered Stroop waffles from a YouTube channel that we watch.
Yes.
Talk about it all the time. You might call us fans. We are. I'm not afraid to admit that.
Might call us super fans.
I might be a super fan, and that's okay. I hope some of you are super fans of this channel. But the Stroop waffle is eaten by Kara and Nate on their travel channel, and they love them. They go crazy about them.
Specifically, Nate.
Yes. That is true. Kara's not a fan of sweet kind of breakfast type items. So yes. So we have never had that. Sam found some. First, they had gluten, so she had to return them. Then she found these ones. Sam, you tried it. What was your experience with trying this?
So, when you get something from the store and you take a bite and you're like, I feel like this has been sitting in the packaging for a long time. Like it has that plasticky like taste to it. That's what those had. And I was so sad. And I feel like maybe there was something wrong or they were old because like everybody on all of the reviews for this specific gluten-free brand, they were just raving about them. And I'm like, is something wrong with my taste buds or I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I can't eat Stroop waffles.
So I'm going to give it the try, but all she kept saying was that it just tasted like plastic.
Yeah.
It was like disgusting plastic.
I ended up like emailing the company because I
later jacked up.
I was like, I don't know if this is not right. I'm not trying to be like a Karen or anything, but I'm just letting you know that this does not taste good.
Yeah. So Ruben's asking, was it the stale plasticky taste?
Yeah, that plastic. They didn't taste stale. I mean, I don't know. That was my first time tasting a Stroop waffle. But yeah, it had that like plasticky taste. Like like when you put something in really cheap
Oh, yeah.
Tupperware and it like soaks up that
Oh.
taste.
Yeah.
But it's not they don't expire until May 18th of 2024 because that's what the company also asked me.
You're right.
And I don't know.
We'll see. Now, Sam does have weird stuff with some foods. Would you agree?
That's true.
There's some things where she's just like, nope, can't. I
Mhm.
taste this. She'll say she's more in tune with her body. I'll
I
say
am.
she's just more picky, which could be the same thing. So we'll see. I'm going to try this out. And now Sam is going to try out a candy that was actually sent in by Dan B.
Dan B.
And this is a candy that I've had many times. And it's Bit O Honey. Bit O Honeys. Now, the cool thing is this is a rebranding. These look way better than the normal branding. And I haven't looked on the inside yet. Oh, yeah. Wow.
They
So-
look like little Charleston chews.
So many of you probably haven't seen this new branding of them because they had a pretty distinctive look before. But yeah, I can see that. A little bit Charleston chew in the world.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you guys know I do not like honey. So we'll see how this goes.
Oh, okay.
I'm not scared though. I ain't
Okay.
scared.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not doing that yet, though. We're not doing that yet.
Okay.
So we're going to get into those in a bit here. Stroop Waffles and Bit O Honeys. That brand's clean. Yeah, it reminds me kind of like the Burt's Bees, not just because there's a bee on there, but it just kind of has that feel to it, you know, that
It's the yellow.
that feel to it. And oh yeah, the smell out of a new Rubbermaid, that's probably that same plasticky thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
So
These
yeah.
aren't even, the packaging's not even plastic.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'm sure it technically is, but
Is it? I don't
yeah,
know what
yeah, I would assume.
material that is.
I would assume it is. But again, guys,
Foil.
hit that thumbs up as you guys come in here. And we're going to talk about our week. But first off, there's a couple of relevant ones here. First,
Okay.
Wayne says, hurry up over to Manchester. The commands.
Listen, Linda, we are working on it. I actually told Maddox today because Maddox is very excited for the possibility of going to England. And so today when he got in the car after school, he looked at me and he was like, is it more expensive to rent a house or stay in a hotel in England?
That's cute.
And I'm like, I don't know. So I told him this weekend while we're camping, I was going to look up everything about Manchester and we can kind of like get a feel for it.
And the big thing is we were going to go and we wanted to spend like a month in the summer, and we might, who knows?
Yeah.
But the biggest thing is we want to go there to see Premier League games. We want to try to get Maddox involved with as much soccer as possible. I'm going to be hopefully phoning in some connections, getting some people, you know, here or there. And we just want to like really experience that aspect of life because we know it's so different than the US. Well, the Premier League doesn't play in the summer. And if they do any friendlies or anything like that, it's like the C, D, E team. It's not the Stars. So we're possibly looking at spring break, aka early spring. So Wayne, when you say hurry up, it might actually be
we're working on it.
It might actually be sooner. So that is definitely something coming up that we are excited
Wayne,
about.
do you have Instagram? If you do, will you message me so we can talk? I got questions.
There you go. There you go. And Leo says, okay, so Leo's addressing that he liked my approach and that today's episode was good. And he said, various topics, in short, how you answer questions and address questionnaires. Respectful and direct. I can only say I admire your regard for the commenters. Oh, thank you, man. I really,
nice compliment.
That's super nice because that's not always natural to me. So thank you. It's something that Sam helps with and I try to work on. So I do appreciate that. Walter says, that's cool that he has such a big dream. That's awesome. Too many kids these days don't raise themselves up because of parents bringing them down.
Oh gosh, we build our kids up like it's nobody's business.
I just talked, okay. So he went to private lessons for soccer and the coach came over and was like, man, he's confident in himself. I said, hell yeah, he is. I said, if you can ask Sam, even back to the beginning, if I could have any trait in my kids, if I could pick one, it's going to be confidence. And I didn't say cockiness. I didn't say arrogance. I said confidence. And I believe you can win job interviews with confidence. You can win sporting events with confidence. You can win a mate in your life with confidence. I think it's so important to have. And what's the option? To not be confident in yourself or to be confident? Why would you ever pick the other side? And so when they said that, we went into this whole tangent discussion of, yeah, man, I'm absolutely raising my kid with confidence. And I think that takes you far, right? If you're going to go on a soccer team and you ask your kid, hey, do you think you're the best kid or the worst kid? I would hope they want to say the best kid.
Oh, yeah.
I really do. And so Walter, that's a hard-hitting comment right there, man. That is absolutely awesome, dude. I really, really enjoyed that. So yeah, I love that. Never second guess yourself. Yeah, you can be introspective, you can get better, you can improve, but you don't got to second guess yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I love that. And welcome everybody coming in, man. I appreciate you guys all right now. All right, next one. A couple of topics to address today. Dan, your Temu video was phenomenal, Sam. And I understand the way that you can scroll through Temu and the prices are ridiculous. So, okay. I want to give some feedback that Sam and I discussed on Temu. This is the perfect place for it. But first, before Temu even approached us, and right, I was super transparent in the video, told you guys they approached us, they gave us an allowance, they worked with us, blah, blah, blah. Sam had ordered from them several times before they ever knew we were a thing.
I remember like a couple months ago, it was on this stream that I learned about Temu. You guys were like, oh yeah, go check out Temu. Or sounds like, what the heck is Temu? I have no idea what that is. And then I waited like another month and I was like, okay, let me look at this. Yeah. And then I got sucked in.
Well, and she got the first package.
Yeah.
And we were pleasantly surprised. Pleasantly surprised. Like the items were, for the most part, good.
Yeah.
Like really good.
Yeah.
And we were ready for garbage. We were ready for like Sam bought a bunch of jerseys for the kids, soccer jerseys. We were ready for them to be the thin, fall apart ones after one wash.
Yeah.
They're like their most worn attire.
Yes. We bought jerseys on Amazon and we've bought jerseys on Temu, and they are the exact same jerseys for like $40 cheaper. We've
bought a bunch of stuff off Amazon and the same things on Temu, and they're the exact same thing, down to the tags sometimes. So yes, that we've had great experiences. Now, to share the catching up with the commands, I knew that there's certain hot topic things out in the world, and Temu's one of those. So when I did that video, I had messages. Wow, Joe has never heard of Temu until the video. Wow. And
get with the program,
come
Joe.
on, man.
Gosh.
And so I post the video, and there's kind of two fronts of people that were approaching me. And I don't blame anybody for this. I just think perspective can be valuable. And the first front was that, which side should we go with first? We'll go with the, not the moral side yet. We'll go with that in a second. The first side is that be careful. They will steal all your money. They're going to drain your bank accounts. They're going to get rid of, you're going to go bankrupt because of Temu, that they're this horrible website that steals your money and collects your data. You guys, that's called the internet. Period. You know, that's the internet. If you're worried about data collection, I should not say this for my career, get off YouTube. If you're worried about data collection, get off Facebook. If you're worried about data collection, get off Instagram. They all do it, and most of them do it better than Temu. And so that's something that's just not a real concern if you're on here right now, if you message me on social media. Now, the money thing, if you pay with a credit card, a debit card, or PayPal, you are protected. There's a thing called fraud protection that all of those have. You can have your credit card number stolen anywhere. It happens to everyone. Everybody in the chat here has probably gone through one or multiple cases of fraud where somebody gets your credit card number. The banks are amazing. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. I'll never forget. I had it back with my debit card with Fifth Third. I was probably in college, and this was wild. They're like, "Hey, we had did you put 32 cents on an air mattress purchase?" I don't know, something like that. I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Okay, someone stole your card. Can you come in?" I physically had to come in at that time, right? I had to physically come in, and they were like, here's a list of all the things that have been purchased in the last 2 weeks. I think we were just like dating at this time. And here's a list of all the things you've purchased in the last couple of weeks. They're like, tell us which ones are you and which ones aren't you.
That's seems like it could be embarrassing.
It definitely was. It definitely was. And this was before the current times. They've evolved and changed. I think this was like the early days of fraud protection. So I'm going through the list and I'm like, Qdoba, yep, that's me. Speedway, yep, that's me. Taco Bell, who the heck is, get this out of here. Get this out of here. And it was pretty crazy. And so it is, thank you, Gamer. He says, Dan and Samuel look amazing. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And yes, Robert says, if you're worried about that, do you have a cell phone or a new vehicle and you're worried about it? That's a kind of lead to my next point here.
Goodness.
And this is the big one. And this is going to probably be a podcast topic in the future. Sam, what is our podcast? How can people find us?
Our podcast is called Catching Up with the Commands, and we are on Spotify, Google, Amazon. Let me get them, guys. Don't tell me. Oh, gosh, I forgot. What's the other big one?
Spotify, Google, Amazon,
Apple.
Stitcher, Radio Public.
Does anybody use those? I don't know.
Our stats said no, but it's possible. It is possible. And yes, someone from Taco Bell took my information and spent $400 online at Walmart.
Those Taco Bell workers.
If you buy Taco Bell, you're not an American. I love it so much. All right, and then on to the short list would have been what you're not on. What podcast platforms are we not on? Don't know.
There were a lot. I was setting up our link tree, and it had like podcast platforms. There were so many that I had never heard of.
You can't do that. No. That's an impossible thing to do. So beyond that, the other biggest thing with Temu is that it's immoral. That's what people say. And I'm literally not here to tell you if the workings of Temu are immoral or not. That's up to you. But the perspective that I think is unbelievably important, and this is the thing that drives us the most crazy in the world, is everything and we're not going to get political, I promise. Everything is cultivated by the media to focus on certain things. Nobody in here can deny that. I know you guys all agree with us. And Temu caught a rap because they believe, right, these people are working in Vietnam, they're working in China, and they're working for poor conditions for low wages. I'm not arguing that at all, right? I'm not arguing that. People came out and they're like, have you heard about this? Have you heard about this? And then, Sam, what was the big viral story about like the conditions of working in Temu?
Oh, that people were writing like help me on tags and stuff like that.
Fake. That didn't actually happen, right? Remember, we had a big discussion on this show about like fake news articles and then just kind of people run with it. That's the same thing. That stuff didn't actually happen. Just like when, do you remember when there was like dollar bills and people are like, they're putting fentanyl in it to kill kids? That was fake too. You know, it's these like big viral stories that just go fake. And with that, we wanted to offer the perspective. If you believe Temu is immoral because of their low wages in these countries, that's fine. We are not here to tell you you're wrong. However, if you typed that comment on an iPhone or an Android, look into the batteries and the mining that it takes to get those batteries.
Yeah, that's scary.
If you're on a laptop right now, look at the battery of that laptop. If you ordered from Amazon, look where those products come from. If you're wearing Nike, Adidas, Puma, Converse, any major brand of shoe, figure out where those were made. If you drive a vehicle, American-made GM vehicle, check where the parts came from. It's a super slippery slope to play that moral game of saying these conditions are wrong while you blindly ignore all of the other things that you're using.
You can't pick and choose.
You cannot pick and choose. And we see this in war, right? We'll hyper focus on a war and then ignore other parts of the world where there's worse genocides going on and horrific conditions and torture and all that stuff. But it's like moral to put a certain country in your profile to show you're for the cause. You're one of the good guys. But you ignored everything else going on. You know, being selectively moral is a really tough time. You know, it is a really, really tough thing to be able to do. And yeah, Wayne says cobalt mining, top tech are all that. And that's the thing. We're not denying that. We both have iPhones. We're on a computer. There's cameras and mics. We're not denying that. We're not saying that's a great thing, but we're also not trying to sit on a soapbox and say Temu bad, because they all do it. You know, they all do it. And typing from a phone, right? Like, you know, literally. So just perspective. Yeah, just perspective. And okay, nice. But I found you. Oh, we're on Pandora? Let's go.
Wow, who put us there?
Hey, Leo, thanks for hooking us up on Pandora. I might have done it, but yes. And if you guys ever find help me tags on the back of Beard Octane stuff, it was Eric. So yeah, but thank you for riding with that one. That was just like, oh man, comments just kept coming about, you know, that's a bad company.
Like, where did you get your info from?
Right.
Facebook?
Did you see an article that popped up on Facebook? The answer is yes, you did. You know, or did yeah. And so that's the tough thing. Yep. And right, Erica, there's things going on in Armenia, Ukraine, Africa. I mean, we could go down the list. It's just impossible to be selectively selectively moral. And Doug says, if you were to buy 100% American made for everything, you'd go broke. I don't even think it's possible. I believe,
Right.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible unless you live a like dang near off the grid existence. He said straight up, on top of that, you wouldn't own much. Yeah, everything has foreign components. Yep, so true. Oh, Jeremy, I did forget. You are right. Yeah, you are right. Everything in the internet is true. Yeah, so that is so true. Wait, you mean Facebook isn't a reliable news source? Yeah. And Leo says, when companies put their morals in my face, I'm happy to take my business elsewhere. I'm saving a lot of money on candy and ice cream when manufacturers don't welcome me. Hey, I like it. Yeah, I like it. So I read the title, but not the article. Or even worse.
Oh my gosh.
And we have a lot of people like that in our lives. Even worse is I read this. No, you didn't. You watched the 30-second TikTok clip. You didn't read it, but that's the new thing, right? Yeah, oh, I read this. Right. Where do your bananas come from? Good question. Not Michigan. I can tell you that. So yes. Yep. Jerry, I love you guys. Jeremy says, I ride an American flag like Aladdin, so I'm good. Yeah. Sam, has Dan showed you the latest tattoo progress?
No. I need to see it. Send me a picture.
Yeah, I probably did. She probably just forgot.
No.
Maybe I didn't.
He has.
Maybe I forgot.
I need to see it.
So that I just want to go over that. I thought that was interesting. Ruben, thank you. He said, Dan is so fantastic. Even when some people pester about answering questions, there's always somebody. And I do try to be professional with it, but I do try to have a little bit of fun sometimes. So you got to. I mean, you have to. Like today, for example, I posted my stories on Instagram. Guys, go check it out. I proudly developed some products that are in Rite Aid. I genuinely believe everybody should be excited about good products in Rite Aid, including Beard Octane, who's in the stream tonight. We're gonna feature something that's going on with them. I would hope, and I actually know, that Joe would be applauding good products in Rite Aid, because that means if somebody goes and tries products, where do most people try products for the first time? In store, usually bought from the woman in their life. And so if they try a product and they're like, I've heard about this beard butter stuff, let me give it a try, and they try it and it's gross, it feels horrible. Do you think they're going to be like, maybe I should go try another company?
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. They're either going to get rid of their beard or they're never going to use products again. But let's say they do try and they're like, oh my gosh, this feels so good. My beard is so much better now. Guess what? People like variety. People like improvements. People like to get the next best thing. And so if they try that in the store, they're going to say, oh my gosh, let me look up beard butter online. Let me look up this Dan C. Bearded guy. Oh, wow, he likes this Beard Octane company. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Let me try them out. Wow, they're in Connecticut. That's so cool. So am I. The idea that if it's in stores, it's bad is so ignorant. It's so lazy. And it's just like reading a title of an article and just acting like you know it.
It's like you're trying to look like you're some like holy person, like buying from a small business.
Right.
These other companies started small too.
Yeah. The company that I created these beard products with, it's literally a husband and wife team. I was on video with them today. It's not some huge conglomerate and stuff. And so, yeah. And Octane says, absolutely. What it does for the industry as a whole, as they are going to check this channel out and fall down the rabbit hole, beard products. Yep. And he said, there's plenty of beards out there and plenty of room in the sandbox. If you live the scarcity life, you're going to have a very, very long life. It's going to be hard. It's going to be arduous. You don't want to go through that. If you live a life of like abundance and you live a life of helping, man, that's going to come back to you. Yeah, you're going to come back to you. And Doug said, good store products is an introduction to the bigger world. Absolutely. And need more Octane. Yes. And then here's Leatherbeard, abundance only. And he, man, to give Corey credit, this dude lives that to the fullest. He is always helping out other companies, always praising, purchasing, assisting, and even helping out content creators.
That's awesome.
Corey goes, and I really mean this, above and beyond. He posts on his own pages, like recommending other companies, and like it's
nice.
Crazy. Yeah, it's really awesome. Really, really awesome. Welcome, George. Welcome on in. So those were some things that, like, just give you a glimpse. These are conversations Sam and I have literally every day, all day. This is just what we talk about. We like to reflect on stuff, and we like to check ourselves too. We're like, are we doing this the wrong way? Are we looking at this the wrong way? And so, yeah. All right. Other than that, we had a soccer-filled weekend again.
Yep.
And the soccer-filled weekend, Maddox lost both games. To be transparent here, we're not trying to ever be like, he's the best in the world. He's undefeated. They played two very good teams. Thoughts on, and to set it up here, there's all sorts of leagues in any state that you're in, from AYSO to like indoor soccer to just different levels of organized soccer. Maddox's team is in the actual top league in Michigan for his age, can't get above it. And in that top league, there's 5 divisions. His team is in the top division. I think there's like 6 or 7 teams in that top division from all over. Like this team traveled more than an hour to play us on Sunday. And it's the top league of the top division. So we're playing the best of the best. Thoughts on the game this weekend? Thoughts on Maddox? Thoughts on like the family experience of a soccer weekend?
It's hard for me. It's hard for me to lose. I'm very competitive. I'm competitive for Maddox as he's out there. And so it's so hard to see them lose. I don't know. It just gives me like the achy feeling. You know?
And I don't know if it's like beaten down from coaching and all this stuff. Believe it or not, I'm high. Would you say I'm competitive?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm stupidly competitive. And the games I get into, I super get into them, but it at this point, it's not hitting me as hard as it does Sam. And I don't know if that's something you're going to get used to or if it's like, that's just in your blood. You know, that's the mama bear,
right.
You know, it really could be. And there's no right or wrong answer. I don't think it's wrong to care. Because she's not lashing out. She's not screaming. She's not taking it out on Maddox.
Reining myself in.
It's just internal. And so it's fun. It's fun to like go through these. Like we're figuring it out. This is all new to us. And so
even if he loses, though, I still like love going to his soccer games and watching him. I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram post, but one of our friends who also has a son on the soccer team has like a, I don't know, what do you call it? Professional camera. It's a really nice camera. Yeah. And she took some really cool pictures of Maddox at the last game. It was so cool.
Yes.
Excuse me. Maddox will never play for Man United. He's a Man City kind of boy.
Yeah, he is. And he says he's got talent. He really does. He's like poetic to watch out there. Like no exaggeration. Today he had speed and agility training. Monday, he had a private lesson one-on-one, and the dude can't get enough. So speed and agility got done today. He asked me if I could go to the car to get the soccer ball out so they could kick it around afterwards.
That's cute.
I was like, dude, we got to go get dinner. I hated saying that, but we got to go get dinner. But he is. He is very talented. Josh says, my son is only 4. He does soccer, and I cheer for him like it's a professional game.
Same.
Dude,
same.
We're there. We're there with you. We're there with you. I will say, though, we do not yell at the refs. Or we're not negative towards the refs. There's a lot of parents that get real nasty with these refs. Now, Sunday, we had a horrific ref. Terrible. And people got pretty harsh. We don't like, they actually like crossed the line a few times, even our own parents on our own team. And it's kind of an awkward position because I'm not going to take the moral round, be like, dude, chill out. Like, you don't do it because I don't really know them that well, you know? And so we don't do that. There's no yelling. We're not screaming at the coach. We're not belittling Maddox or anything, but we're in it. Sam oftentimes will step away.
Yeah, I have to get up and walk.
She just collects herself, though. That's all it is. And so it is, it's amazing to see. And so Cubic says, soccer parents, Little League parents, Pop Warner, referees, other parents, easy to get carried away. It really is. It's super easy to get carried away. Luckily, we have a balanced team where we can kind of check each other. And that's not even the right way to say it. We can help each other, I guess would be the better way. And we reflect on stuff. And after the game, when it's the right time, we'll be like, okay, let's do better at this. And every game's a little bit better. We're learning how to do this. I've always been on the other side of the field, right? I've always been coaching. And so this is a step back, and it's, Sam has been on a different angle. She had been on the side of like supporting the coach, for so long. Right. She was the wife of the coach. And so it's fun. And they did lose the last game. They lost, I believe, 4-1. Maddox had the 1 goal. He actually had 2 other goals.
Missed it.
Yeah. Oh, Violet. Don't. He had 2 other goals. The only goals on our team that went in the net, and those other 2 were Maddox's, but they got called off sides.
One was not.
One was not. We got video, just literally not. The other one I didn't see, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say it was. But they weren't calling it, and this sounds like a typical parent, but they just weren't calling it in the first half of the game at all, like on either team. They're 8-year-olds, and they should call it, but they weren't. And so Maddox was just kind of like, all right, let me do my thing. And then, but he's doing great. I don't even remember the first game. Saturday, it was at our home field.
Terrible memory.
I don't even remember that one, but it's been a lot of fun. Here, what do you think? How does Maddox handle losing?
I think he handles it really well.
I agree.
He doesn't like get down on himself or anything. We always try to talk to him in the car, and we'll say, like, what do you think that you did really well this game? And he'll tell us. And then what do you think that you could improve on from this game? And he'll tell us. And like, we'll just talk about it. And I think that that really helps him like get any frustrations or sadness or anger out.
Yeah, we want him to break down the game and not just think about the wins, the losses. How do you get better? How do you use this? How do you improve? We'll talk about, hey man, did you see number 7 and what he was doing? Let's use that. And I always try to do it in a positive sandwich. I'll say, what'd you do well? And I make him give something specific. And then I'll say, what's something we can work on? Not what did you do bad, right? What is something we can work on? And then I always finish with, give me something else that you did well. And I want genuine answers. I don't let him say dribbling. You know, like be specific. Let's actually comprehend what happened. And man, it was just a lot of fun. It was a really good weekend. We were pretty much soccered out all weekend. You know, really, it really was. Hey, Melissa says the amazing thing about you two being involved with your kids, especially in sports, is that it'll be such a great memory for them. Setting the stage on how they will be with their children.
I hope so.
And we take that stuff seriously. It is on our minds. It's on our mouths often. We talk about this stuff. We are building memories. That is what we are doing with our kids right now. And we wouldn't want it any other way. Right. That's something that's really, really important to me. No seaweed today. No seaweed today.
Gosh.
So yes, absolutely. And Leo says, my impression has been that Maddox approaches this as a learning and development experience, not a matter of winning and gloating. That's a fact. He handles the wins very similar to the losses. He actually comes off of losses. I'm not going to say it drives me crazy, but it's different than how I am. Probably different than how you were, but I don't really remember being 8. He isn't like upset by them.
No, not at all.
He enjoys himself. He loves soccer. And in my mind, I'm like, you should be pissed. You lost. But then I'm like, he's 8. He's loving this sport. We try to leave those losses on a bright, positive note. I'm not the one pulling him aside like, you don't smile after a loss. He really does take it as a matter of like improving and getting better. Because that's really cool.
He has his long-term goals in mind. He knows like I have to get through all this if I want to go pro.
Yep. And David said, do you record the games? So there is a parent that does, and we have access to all of them and what he does good and what he needs to improve on. So it's not the best view in the world. And at 8 years old, I'm very conscious of not doing too much. And you guys are like, you just said speed and agility, private lessons, practices, tournaments. I'm conscious of not doing too much. Maddox does not have the greatest attention span in the world. Sitting down to have him watch tape would not be an enjoyable experience for him. And there would be no real positive outcomes. It's just not at the age or the brain development where it's going to super help him. Now, if he was with his whole team and they had like a film session, that would be different, but he doesn't want to sit down with mom and dad and pick apart what he did.
I think it's more so that we memorize things that happen during the game to talk to him about later.
Yep. Sam, any grandparents attending the games?
My stepdad came to one of the games this weekend and Dan's parents were at the other game.
Yeah, for sure. And G. Lou says, my boys play soccer too. Maddox playing at this age will be super beneficial in high school. My son never played. Yeah, absolutely. And I hope he plays high school, but I do believe, and we'll sound like the crazy parents, I do believe he might be at a level by the time high school gets there where he's not. We're seeing kids making their pro debuts at 16. We're seeing kids making their pro debuts literally at 15 years old. And I'm not saying that's Maddox. I'm not hoping for that, waiting for that. But I have a feeling if his drive and his passion can stay where he's at, I've said this a million times. I'll say it again. I've learned to not doubt commands. And I mean that, man. I really, really mean that. So, but that's so true. He's actually been playing since he was 4.
3 or 4,
He says 3. I thought 4, but it's 3 or 4. And the amount he's improved in the last month and a half,
it's crazy.
Disgusting. And he was good. This is the kid that was scoring 9 goals in Soccer Zone. He would score the first 6 goals of every AYSO game. Literally, this kid, he's just hit a new level. It's scary. Yeah, it's real scary. And G Squared said, Dan, I was the kid playing sports, kindergarten, 2nd grade, who would have the redirected attention as I would be in the outfield or way off in space.
Well, that's the other one of our kids.
So to show you that we're not crazy parents and that we're not like living our dreams through Maddox and we're not biased, Sam, how's Violet in sports?
Well, she likes to lay on the field, and sometimes she licks the ball.
Yeah. And
So
sometimes she runs away from the coach. Sometimes she'll sit in the goal. And
sometimes she'll come over for a huggy
yeah.
in the middle of the game.
And then Jax, he might be the most naturally talented out of all of them. And his passion is growing. He doesn't have the drive that Maddox has. Maddox has this relentless drive to get better, to be all in. If you were to say to Maddox tomorrow, hey, man, do you want to go to practice or do you want to stay home? Practice.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to say to Jax most days, do you want to go to practice or stay home? He'd probably say home.
Yeah.
You know, and so she licks the ball.
Yes, she does.
Yeah. And it's nasty.
And it's so gross.
It's dirty.
So she plays like on an indoor turf field, and it has those like rubber pellets in it. And I don't know what is on them. Is it coming from the pellets or is it dirt?
So whatever is on, so it's turf, you know, and it's got the rubber, like disintegrated tires. That's not the right word, but like broken up, chopped up tires. Whatever is there leaves their face all dirty, their hands, their knees.
If you sit down, you're black.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's, but it like seems like dirt. Like, is it coming from the shoes that it's, I don't want to know. And so,
but yes, she likes the ball that's covered in that.
Well, yeah, no, I know it's the ground up tires, but like it's like your whole face has a coating of dirt, your knees, your hands, everything. And Violet licks those balls. So yeah, there's something. Does she not like gymnastics?
She likes gymnastics. She can't. So gymnastics is weird around us. I don't know if it's weird around you guys, but you essentially have to pay like a monthly membership, and you have to sign like this contract even for 3-year-olds to be in gymnastics. So the class that we did was just like a random summer class that was like 4 weeks long or something, and then she'll go to like open play, but we don't have the time or the mental energy to put her into like, because if we put her in a class, I would feel so obligated. I'd be like, we paid for this. You're going to go to this class. And then she's going to hate it. So I'm feeling it out with her. See if she wants to.
Yep. And John, he's right. He says, my guess is that you don't yell or push him too much overboard, like teaching him, just getting him ready. Yeah. And that's the thing, right? This is a big investment. It's not a cheap thing. And with Maddox, we don't have to do that. And we're real we'll even be like, hey, he's having a little bit of an emotional day. Let's go easy on him today. Let's get him something special. And so we've never once, this is crazy, we've never once had to tell Maddox, dude, we're going to practice.
Yeah, he's not that kind of kid.
And we're lucky. Like we will definitely take that, man. Yeah, definitely take that. And Benego says, thinking about working on cars, tires, brakes specifically, road dust is probably it. Interesting. I do know about road dust, and they're on the tires. Interesting. That's gross. Yeah, that is gross. She's going to have a great immune system.
Yes, she is.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So that was our weekend. Anything else that was going on with the commands?
We went to a cute little birthday party.
Oh, yeah.
For Maddox, or not Maddox, Violet's little like bestie.
Her name's Violet.
Whose name's Violet.
You guys know my buddy Randy, big beard contractor on here. He goes by Randy the Builder. It was awesome. It was actually really fun.
Yeah, it was.
Chill and a good time.
The kids all had a great time.
Yeah. All right. You ready to dive into try it with the commands?
Yeah.
So if you guys are just coming in, Sam tried this. I have not. It is a gluten-free Stroop waffle. Sam said it was so bad and tasted like plastic to the point where she had to email the company.
Listen, I feel like that makes me sound really bad, but it just didn't. It tasted like something was wrong with it, and I'm not trying to get food poisoning or anything. I don't know. Also, I felt bad because I tried that without you because I was so excited, and then I was like, oh shoot, we should have saved it for Wednesday.
Oh yeah, but that worked.
Dan B came through.
Leo says, I can't find it now, but I think Temu had a beard oil with asphalt chunks as an ingredient. I hope that's a gag gift. And if you guys are, if you got people like Leo know to listen to me carefully. I'm very conscious of my words. If you notice, the video was about Temu beard tools. I did not say a word about beard products. I did not recommend beard products. I did not buy beard products. I don't want you guys to buy beard products off Temu. I would assume that there's a whole world of items that you would never imagine buying off Temu. Would you try cosmetics off Temu?
I don't know if they have cosmetics.
Oh.
Do they? Do they have like makeup and stuff?
Yes.
Then no, I wouldn't.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Right. You just got to understand the platform.
I just subconsciously just skipped over that whole section.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen the beard bibs? I did. Yes. I got one that's like you do for trimming and stuff.
No, but have you guys seen, we're looking through it. There's this thing. It's like a shower cap you put on your head. And it has like this hose thing attached to it. And then you attach your blow dryer to it. And blow dry your hair like that. I don't know why. I was laughing so hard. I really wanted to get it.
It was like the Flowbee, but you like it.
What's a Flowbee?
It was like a vacuum attached to a like a clipper, so it just sucks the hair off as you go through.
I like that. That's smart. That's
but
smart.
This one is like a blow up. It's ridiculous.
It's like an inflatable on your head.
Yeah, ridiculous, man. It is so And Dan is saying the reason I found Temu and I need to unfind it.
I'm sorry.
I will say I don't really dive into it, but Sam will spend hours.
Oh man.
Hours, you guys. Yeah, hours. So yes. Yeah, interesting. All right. Stroop waffle time here.
Okay.
Smells good.
Let me smell it. Okay. And also they were like much more cinnamony tasting than I thought. I'm not a big cinnamon fan unless it's like French toast or cinnamon rolls. I don't want cinnamon in other things.
And I do know that you are supposed to eat Stroop waffles with coffee. I believe the proper etiquette is you sit it on top of your coffee, actually.
And let it get warm?
And you let the steam warm it up and soften it up. I don't get any plasticky taste. This is actually pretty good.
You don't?
No.
Maybe I had a bad one. Now I feel like I need to take a bite.
Okay. It's not bad.
From the other side, because you get sickness.
Hey, we don't talk about sickness here. I just work. I'm a machine. You'll never get sympathy from me.
It tastes like plastic.
It's okay. It's all right. It's not my favorite thing.
You don't taste plastic.
Yeah, Adam, that's exactly what it is. You put it on the hot coffee mug to warm them up. Yeah, nope, no doubt. No doubt.
You don't taste plastic.
Nope.
You don't.
Mm-mm.
Something's wrong with me.
Yeah. You do get like, there's weird things with the body. That's like when Sam would be like iron deficient, she would taste like metal everywhere. And it was like, huh? And then we're like, oh, you're low on iron.
Yeah.
Like the body's wild, man. Wild.
All right. Ready
so
for
Sam
this?
is now going to try. Now I will say they are chewy, like a little bit sticky. So it's one of those things where you don't want to super chomp down because it'll get stuck in your molars.
Cavities.
Sam, for the first time in her life, is trying Bitto honey.
Okay.
Now I enjoy Bitto honeys. I think that they're pretty dang good. Yeah, pretty dang good. Mm-hmm.
Can you guys see me chewing? I'm sorry if you can.
Josh says, eventually someone's going to make a coffee scented beard oil. Josh, pretty much every beard product company on the planet has a coffee scented beard oil. Beard Octane has nitro. Beard Octane has leaded. There's a lot of them. Lot of coffee scent ones out there. All right, what are you guys' thoughts on Bitto honey? Do you enjoy these? And this is her first time ever having a Bitto honey.
I didn't even know what it was. These are really, really, really good.
What? Oh my God. I'm literally shocked.
Write it down, fools.
No. There's no way that you like these. I love these.
What do you mean?
I love these. They're sticky. They're
Yeah, I don't. Okay. They're really good, but because of the chewiness and the all around chewing that has
you ready
to take
for
place.
me to rock your world?
No.
Okay, moving on then. Moving on. All right.
What?
Dan B said what he likes to do is throw them in the fridge so they're not as chewy. You get a little bit of a harder.
Is it like crunchy?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
No, but these are they're super good. They're not honey.
Right. It's not like
all.
A packet of honey. It's more like nutty.
Yeah. There's eggs. That's fine.
I love Bitto honeys. So let me know where you guys are at on the Bitto honey side of things. Drop a comment and we'll see where you guys are
I like
sitting
them.
there.
I don't like chewing things that much.
Yeah.
No chewing a bit of honey? What do you do?
So
suck on it?
I think you're supposed to kind of like break it down and suck on it. Okay, Sam's going in, guys. She's gonna make it happen. All right. And again, guys, if you haven't, hit that thumbs up to show you like this stream. We're about to do some beard talk. We're about to have a good time. And hopefully you guys enjoy even the new segments. And I'm sure there's some people that are like 45 minutes. We haven't even talked about beards. It is what it is.
I did just look at my watch.
It is what it is.
Thought the same thing.
Oh my gosh. Why didn't you push the beard talk then? Goodness gracious. We gotta.
I can't just suck on it. It's gonna fall out of my mouth.
We got a sassy one over here today. Okay. Dan B says, glad you like him. Yeah. Thank you, Dan.
Thanks, Dan.
Very cool. Very, very cool. All right. Let's go ahead and see our first thing. Oh, snap, big baby. Sam's on the thumbnail. She's got something to say. I don't know if she's just trying to finish that. You guys, we're going to talk about this until the show airs. There is going to be a large live stream. And when I say large, you guys, I think this is going to be a very, very large live stream. And it is going to be hosted by Beard Octane on Beard Octane's channel. I'm pretty dang sure. So this is not on my channel. Friday, October 27th. And this is going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern. I, Sam, and Scuba are going to be guest judges for a beard contest. There are awards and prizes. There are awards and prizes the same thing?
Is an award like a trophy?
Okay, yeah.
Prizes are like $50.
Yeah, you're right. You are right. Giveaways and then madness. And then in madness, you guys. And Joe right here is saying, hey, thank you, Leo. Joe is saying, I'll be in production mode. Prizes are getting out of control.
Yeah.
Now, let's go ahead and take a brief glimpse at these prizes from the sponsors. This is legit. Black Rifle Coffee, Weber Grills. Like, are you kidding me?
That's wild.
That is absolutely wild. I'm gonna grab a link from the Beard Octane website so you guys can directly enter right here. So there are 2 ways that you can enter this contest, and it is free to enter. All you need to do is click that link in the chat and then upload it directly to that Beard Octane website. Super, super simple. SOR said, hey, I actually entered that. Perfect.
Cool.
Or you can post your majestic beard photograph. It's not majestic. Keep it off. Don't do it. Your majestic beard photograph on Instagram using the following hashtags. Beardtober 2023, Beard Octane, and you must use both hashtags. There you go. Are they giving away Eric with an A? Joe tried, but I think there's some like legal issues there. So yeah, absolutely. And Joe said, we have more now. Trying to build this up for you guys. Feel free to join. Have fun with it.
Nice.
So you have never done anything like this?
Never.
You've never judged a beard competition. I don't think you've even been on a live stream outside of ours.
I don't feel qualified.
And so
the fact that Joe just like threw me in on this, I was like, okay, cool.
I thought it was super cool. I thought it was like a command honor, you know?
No, it is.
And I do like how big my beard is there and how tiny Scuba's is. So, Scuba, you got a baby beard. And clip that. And so we're all going to be on there, and it's just going to be a really good time. If you guys know the Beard Octane streams, there's going to be surprises. There's going to be like debacles happening, things breaking, going wrong. And it's just going to be fun. We're just going to have a good time with it. And so many people. So again, guys, take a screenshot if you would like. Friday, October 27th at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have a great time. Oh, snap. Our buddy, Lord Fired Chops is going to enter now with those chops. They're below his waist.
Wild.
Below his waist. Hey, Gunter, thank you, man. I know you were in the Beard Topics Live earlier. So yeah. Oh, Rich, you need to enter, dude. I saw your picture, yesterday? Or no, today? I saw your new picture. My goodness gracious. And Joe says, the trophies themselves are seriously amazing. I hope that you guys join up. And they are. Joe has given a couple. Oh, man, there's so many good beards. Yeah, so many good beards. To show you guys here, here's a brief glimpse at some of the prizes that are going to be awarded. Look at that Beard Octane trophy. There's hot sauce. There's coffee. There's grills. There's everything you could imagine and need for like that American lifestyle. And so, yes, their outtakes are worth waiting for. That's a fact. Yep, that is a fact. And so, guys, it's going to be a lot of fun. And thank you for Beard Octane for including us. And thank you for allowing us to get the word out about it. We're going to keep telling you guys each Wednesday up until this event happens. It's going to be fun. I just can't believe, like, Black Rifle. Like, what? Right, like, that's so cool, man. That is so dang cool. Great question, Wayne. Joe's in the chat today. If you guys have questions, today is the perfect time, the perfect day to be able to ask. Joe will get back to you. And yeah, I do appreciate that. John would like to know, are you coming to Ohio, Beard Octane? So if it's about this, guys, this is a virtual competition. You can submit from your home. You don't have to drive anywhere. So yes. And Michael says exciting. Yeah. I love it, guys. All right. Ready to get into some advice?
Yep. My cheeks hurt from smiling so much.
It is cool. Me too. I love that. All right, Matthew. Oh, we're starting out with a sad one here, guys. I don't know if Matthew's in this one, but it's sad in perspective here and something that I gotta own. Matthew says, wanted to send my goodbyes for now. I'll be honest, when I read this, I'm not joking. I got worried. I was like, I don't like messages starting like that.
Yeah.
Like, yikes. And it's okay. He said, I'm going to say my goodbyes for now to one of the best and most positive communities I've been a part of. Thank you, Dan and Sam C, for the community and all your work. Comments, advice over the last 13 months. In the end, it was the suggestion. So essentially, Matthew had been going back and forth if he wanted to get rid of his beard or keep it, get rid of his beard or keep it. And I gave the statement of, if you ever want to shave it off, just look at pictures of you before it. And I mean that. Yeah. Even with this result, I do mean that. If there's anybody out there that feels like they look worse with a beard or they don't like having a beard, get rid of it. There's no reason you should be holding on if you don't like it. So at first I was like, oh man, is that a shot at me? Is he like saying that? And I'm like, no, if you like the way you looked before your beard, keep it.
Right. Not everybody looks terrible before a beard.
Right. And I mean, I'll look good anyway, but I don't like me without a beard. And so he says, in short, I missed my face. Aww. Love you all, and I'll be back.
Aww.
So the beard is gone. And he, like you said, he looked at pictures before. He chose that he wanted to see his face. And I wish him the best.
Yeah.
Man, Matthew, I hope that it sounded like there was already some inklings of wanting to grow it back and come back. And
oh, really?
I mean, when you get the tone here, he ends it with, I miss my face and I'll be back. And he said here, for now, I will say, of many, many, many years of doing this, I think about 100% of the time when people do this, there's like a progression they go through, and Matthew could be the exception. But normally what happens is at first they convince themselves they really like it. You know, they're like, I needed a change. I'm so happy with it. About a week passes and it really sets in, and they like go to like grab their beard. They go to comb their beard and they're like, oh my gosh, I miss my beard.
Where did it go?
And it really settles in. You guys know some content creators that I call them serial shavers, because they're constantly shaving their beard, and they'll do the same thing. They'll say like, man, I'm so happy with my change. And a week later, they're calling me crying. They're like, Dan, what did I do? Yeah, I really think that, and the instant regret, some people do. Some people get a pit in their stomach and they know right away, like, dang, I messed up. Like, I messed up. Some people want to convince themselves. They want to be positive. They want to make the most out of the situation. It's almost like buyer's remorse, right? Have you ever bought something that you knew wasn't meeting your expectations, or you didn't think it was as good, but you try to convince yourself to like it?
No.
Yeah, you're pretty harsh. I'll give you that. I will give you that. I have. Most of you have, but Sam is pretty. She's harsh. Yeah, for sure. She's harsh. So
well, you look great, Matthew. Either way.
Right. And hey, that's what I'm saying. You didn't hear a negative tone about me about this. If this is what you think is awesome and what you want to rock, I just want you happy, man. I want you the most confident here. And
he's in here.
Oh, wait. Yeah, there you go. Awesome, man. And so, again, I'm not saying that you look better with the beard. I'm not saying you look better without the beard. Whatever makes you happy and confident, whatever you want to see, that is the most important. I want everybody to be confident. That is my number one priority. I think the world would be a better place if everybody did their best to get rid of insecurities. And so I think that's going to be, going to be a great one.
You can still come in our streams.
Yeah.
So.
And I was going to say that too.
You don't have to have a beard.
I was going to say that too. You don't have to have a beard to come in the streams, to listen to the podcast, to come hang out, to be a part of the community. You don't have to say goodbye. Everybody's welcome here. You know, you don't have to have head hair. You don't have to have any of that, right? We welcome Eric with an A. So there's no issues at all. Cheers, you guys. Hey, what's up, Mark? Thank you for coming in.
Don't cough in my face.
It's just dry. My stuff is all. I actually feel like great today. So that's the good news. I feel like
just got a tickle.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the worst.
Yeah, it's the stroopwafel. It actually got me.
It's like those protein bars.
Ugh. Yeah. No, I'm I'm breathing clearly. If you heard that,
You're
that was
welcome.
real weird. My nose is super clear. I've been off the last couple days. I don't say sick, but I don't know, a cold, something like that.
The boys gave him a cold.
Yeah, and so I don't ever tell you guys or anything because I don't want that on people's minds. But yeah, I think I'm all good. I'm all better now. It will never hold me down. So Matthew, thank you for sharing, man. That takes a lot to put something like this out there.
Definitely.
And hopefully you understand that we appreciate you and that we're happy for you, man. So thank you for sharing, dude. All right, because aka BK, Mr. BK says, "Hey Dan, Sam, and all the fantastic folks in the chat. In 1 month, and I'm 1 month from achieving my year milestone, and I'm gearing up to pay a visit to my trusted barber towards the end of October. However, I'm currently at a crossroads about a direction in which to take. Initially, I set my sights on the Kratos-inspired ducktail beard, but as time has passed, I found myself leaning more towards a rounded beard base with regular maintenance trim. That's usually what you kind of go for. What I'm aiming for is to have my mustache tamed and my cheek lines defined, keeping them as high as possible. For the mustache, I'm thinking of a line following the top of my upper lip, maintaining its thickness. I've been pushing and pinching it to the sides, okay? My indecisiveness comes in deciding what to do with the bottom and the sides. While I'm open to continued growth, even venturing into the territory of a tweered, tweered. Yeah, I'd like to explore the option of a maintenance trim if I opt for this route. I do not use heat, although I do own an Aberlite Pro. The reason being I enjoy the natural wavy appearance of my beard. However, I'm willing to incorporate it in my routine. And it's awesome to have a tool when you need it or want it. You know, you can go up and down and change. He says, I do have beard balm, which I've used sparingly 2 to 3 times. I apply oil every day after my post-workout shower. I use beard butter every night. I use a daily wash on workout days, and I condition twice a week. Awesome, man. Very similar. I'm open to any advice and insights you all have to offer, whether it pertains to shaping and styling, introducing new elements into my routine, or anything else. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude for the incredible support and positivity within this community. Dude, beautiful. You are you're very good with your words, sir. All right, let's go ahead. And we have two slides for Mr. BK here. And so he's showing the beard, right? And breaking it down. Stylish dude. Yeah. Right. Super stylish, man. Great beard, great haircut, great style. And then he even breaks it down even further.
Look at you.
I know. Look at how sick this is.
How did you get those lines so clean?
Right. Especially on like the mustache.
What editing program do you use?
Yeah. BK, was it on like I would guess like a tablet and you used like a pen?
Man, how's your hand so?
I would, if you use a tablet and a pen, you'd be good at it. So I think so. Yeah.
Oh.
He said, I took votes from friends, and so far it's, you can't do that, dude. You can't put us on you can't put us on this. All right.
Let me see.
So let's pop back here real quick. So he said the bottom and the sides is what he really wants information on. Okay. His mustache, he wants to go along the lip line and kind of continue to get out. Just in general, he's like, give me some advice. What do you guys think here? So first off, out of these shapes, this is so helpful, man. Really, really helpful. Out of these shapes,
I got to squint.
Oh, he is. I knew he was a graphic designer. He said, I'm a graphic designer, whipped it up in Photoshop real quick. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Which one of these do you think is the best goal for him to go for? And we can go back here to see a slightly different angle on the side, right? See that? The main difference of, can we say this one's out?
Yeah.
Okay, the middle one is out. Yeah. Nobody wants that pointed front for you there. Let's get rid of that one. So now it's between the well-rounded maintenance trim or kind of the Kratos, but not as harsh with kind of that ducktail. And so this one, let me draw. Actually, let me take it to your level, sir. All right, so it's going to be the difference of kind of having like a straight line like this and then ducktailing off. That would be on the far right. Okay.
Okay.
That would be a harsh line and then ducktailing to the front there.
Okay.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then the rounded one would be one that's going to be more like this.
Okay.
And come all the way around.
Okay.
And so those are the two differences when you see, oh man, I'm so good. When you see the lines there when it comes through, that's exactly what it is.
Okay. I vote green.
I vote green as well. It's the far left, my friend, and I don't think it's close.
It for me, it was very close until the side came in and that like harsh angle. Because I don't like harsh
Right.
angles.
And the biggest thing about a harsh angle, they're very hard to maintain.
Oh gosh.
You can go crazy trying to keep that up with styling, but it is the one from the far left. He said, okay, when you draw it from the side, I'm leaning towards rounded. I've been stuck between green and red. Yep. And I do think that that side angle really makes a difference because, again, if you were going to go with that, the other Kratos is a harsh line. Think of Scuba, right? Think of his beard. It's much more harsh on that line. And it fits him well because he has that, I believe, is half Arabic. And so his genes of his beard are really dense, really crazy thick. So it's almost like cutting a shrub, like rather than cutting hair, it really is. And so, yeah, I definitely think that rounded approach as you drew is going to be something that's going to be really nice.
But could you do like the rounded on the side, but then just kind of like taper it more to like a slight point?
For sure. Absolutely.
Just have like all of the above.
Yeah, you 100% could. Yep. The more angle you get, the harder it is to maintain, though.
Yeah.
So just something to consider. And you did say you go to a barber. You would be going frequently to maintain harsh lines. So I would definitely, yeah. And so Jeff says, does the rounded maintenance allow for more growth if desired? Yes. Great point, dude. Yes. You have more forgiveness for future growth if you go rounded as compared to going more harsh there. So, yep. Yeah. Ruben's right. Harsh angle, harsh to maintain. So, yeah, absolutely. And Leo said, I don't think harsh lines work on human faces. There's something artificial about straight lines.
It's true.
It's true. That's why I don't like super harsh cheek lines because I don't think it's natural. And so I like to have them. This pen is so nice. I like to have them just a little bit more friendly. Awesome, dude. That was a fun one. He said, I may post the same image to the Facebook. Yeah, go crazy, man. Go crazy. That was one of my things on the show today is I was talking about information and I said, like, please go look this up, guys. Don't ever take what I say for gospel. Same with advice. I don't want you to ever be like, hey, listen to us. We're the only ones that's right. Ask Facebook. Ask your friends. Post to your personal one. Maybe not your personal one. You don't know that kind of advice that comes back.
You don't want their advice.
No, you don't. It's so true. Awesome, man. Thank you for sending in, BK. That was really cool. Really, really cool.
That was cool.
All right. Let me turn off that pen. All right, next one. Patrick, I took your advice and trimmed up a little bit tonight. All right. So we have Patrick, if you guys remember from last week here, I think he got a haircut too. Looks good, dude. And he just did a nice little trim here.
I like it.
Yeah, and look at that, like just clean, dude. Like if you're showing me this, there's nothing I would adjust.
Yep.
Nothing. So Patrick, man, thank you for sending in, and you absolutely crushed it. Yeah, absolutely crushed it, dude.
Yeah, you did.
I don't have much more other than it looks great.
And I like your hair.
Yep. You like the little point?
I'm into the faux hawk. The boys always have that.
She does it for the boys. Yep. Absolutely. Very cool, dude. Thank you. All right, Ruben, you got to take off. All right. Good night, buddy. All right. We do have a time for some questions here, guys. Not the most time in the world because we do have some other ones, some other slides that will be coming in. But please consider dropping your questions now. Hey, BK joined as a member. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And speaking of this man right here, he says, have you guys considered recording video for during the podcast? It'll make for good uploads. I think Spotify. So BK, to answer your question, have we considered it? Yes. Are we going to? No.
Not now, at least.
Yeah, not now. The main challenge, guys, with doing this, you want to tell them the main challenge? Do you know the main
challenge? Me?
Yeah.
I just don't like having to like get ready for things, and I just feel like if we were on video I'd have to like get ready, and sometimes I just want to be in like grungy clothes.
Yeah, and it's just an extra element. We want this to be a podcast. We want you guys to listen. We don't want I don't want my beauty to influence your thoughts and perspective. So I just want it purely on the words.
Maybe
kidding.
When our podcast blows up huge and we have to hire Doug to come in and be our audio guy, we can do that.
Doug, I hope you know that is serious. A goal of ours is to be able to hire Doug to do things that we are not able to do. And Doug is an audio video expert. And so when the time comes to expand our team, Doug is stop number one. Like I can't think of anybody else that would even come in contention of stepping in front of Doug. So yeah, there is no doubt about that. So not right now. We appreciate, I know that's a kind comment to ask and to wonder, but no, not right now. We're happy with it. All right. Oh, and I do have another question here first. Does Honest Almighty, Honest Amish oil have UV protection. Every oil has UV protection. Generally speaking, it's very low. So if you guys are not aware, UV protection is just simply the measure of how UV rays bounce off a surface and leave, as compared to what lets in. And it is by numbers. So, for example, an average beard oil is going to be around a 5 UV protection, aka SPF, right? And so it's going to be around that. You can get up to like 15 and 20 if you have a really, really like dense blend. Carrot seed oil, some other ones have really high UV protections, but they kind of stink is the drawback to them. But yeah, it has a little bit, not much that's going to do anything, right? If you go tanning, a lot of times, especially women will put oil on their skin because it's going to really like enrich their tan, but hopefully not super duper burn them. All right, Leo, does castor or barrage oil add in to traditional oil blends make a big difference? Yes. Castor oil added to any blend is going to make a massive difference. Barrage, not in the same way, but it will definitely make a difference. But if you add castor oil to any blend, it's going to be thicker and it's going to be stickier. It also can help promote growth. But castor oil is, bar none, the thickest and stickiest carrier in the game. I like it when it's in a lower potency and it's well blended. I'm not a fan of when it's first for my beard, but I do know that there's a lot of you that really love it. Yeah, really, really love it. And Mark said, Sam is the main challenge, but she's also the superstar of the podcast.
Thank you.
She absolutely is. It is her baby. I am happy to admit that 100%. She's taken it and absolutely ran with it. We have our roles though. I handle all of the technical side of things.
Yep.
I handle the audio. I handle the uploading, the mics, the setup with all this stuff.
Yep.
Sam does the production side of it. A lot of the planning, aka almost all of it. And I'm more kind of fly by the seat kind of guy.
Yeah.
Sam wants to be planned. She wants to be ready. She wants to be prepared.
Yeah.
And so she's handled it well. And I think we've kind of merged our styles to make the podcast.
Yeah.
Right. Awesome. Okay. Plus, podcast doesn't have to have a camera. Yeah, we can talk in anything. Usually it's just this though.
Yeah.
Whenever we have on. Yeah, no doubt. I got a red beard that is moderate thickness, but it still looks thin out in the light. What would be the best style to hide it better? Just send in, man. Christopher,
I was just going to say that.
It's impossible to say because it's different for everybody. So yeah, send in, man. Please send in. Yeah, absolutely. Can I be the mic guy? No. These are actually the mics we use for the podcast. Yep, no doubt. I don't need to see Dan in his blankie during the podcast. That's
same.
That's a fact. Yeah, that is a fact. Quick question. What should you do with your beard in the sun and in the ocean and pool? Josh, please, after this stream, look up Dancy Bearded Chlorine, and I got a video that breaks it all down for you. Yep. Dan wears footy pajamas.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I need to make you some of those.
You know I wouldn't wear anything footy. I hate socks and anything.
Okay, footless, full zip pajamas.
Done, guys. Let's do it. Yes. I enjoy hearing Dan say a bad word. Yeah, scarred his virgin ears. And if you guys are not aware, the podcast is not family friendly. It's not intentionally vulgar or anything like that. We're just unfiltered, uncorked. If that's not your style, we have it completely removed from the channel. Yeah, and that was important. And so, yeah.
It was important to me to swear. Because I swear a lot.
Right.
In daily life.
Yeah.
And it's not on purpose. It's not, it just comes out.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be like my authentic self on the podcast.
I do believe swear words, when used properly, are a beautiful way to express yourself.
Yeah.
When it's overly used or it's on purpose, then it just feels wrong, feels gross. But you can be very expressive, right? The F word has a lot of different meanings.
Yep.
You can use that. We're not going to go over those meanings right now, but you can use the F word in many different ways. You can use it in a positive way. You can use it in a negative way. Same with everyone, right? All those things. And we're not huge on giving words power.
No.
Right? We're not like, Jax, you said what?
And we don't hide it from our kids. Maddox literally smoked me in the back with a soccer ball. And I was like, what the F? And then I was like, don't say that.
Yeah. Yeah. And she didn't like consciously do it. It just came out, it just came out. So,
but we joke with them about it. Like we don't give it power over them or us.
Yeah. Yep. No, it's true. It's really important. And Mark says, my wife is more like Dan and I'm more like Sam.
Woo!
Interesting. And I have had people,
Let's go.
I don't know if G Squared's in the chat right now, but he had a similar thing. He goes, me and my wife we listen to the podcast together and we'll go, oh, I'm more of a Dan in this situation. Oh, I'm more of a Sam in this situation. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. He said, Michael said, I'm under the impression he's going commando.
Oh, whoa.
Yes. Jen wants to know if she can use my beard wash on her head hair that gets oily sometimes. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, 100% across the board, Leo. Yeah, give it a try. There's not going to be any like negative. It just might not be for her, but there's not going to be any negative
I've
ones.
used the bars, and then I've used like one of your stripping beard washes when I needed to, and it gets your hair like squeaky clean if you know that feeling.
Yep.
And so just be prepared for that.
Yeah. And Miami's getting their butts whooped. Soccer? Oh no. Question: my 6-month-old has extreme eczema. I have to be super careful. Is that what the boys have? Eczema?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So our boys have it too. Not extreme, but they have it. They get bumps across their body. I have to be super careful with the products I use. Besides Beard Octane, Neutral, any other natural ingredients, oil, butters without fragrance? Yeah, pretty much every company that I'm affiliated with has a fragrance-free blend. But reach out to me, man. Send me a message, and I can help you lean towards ones that are really hypoallergenic, ones that are really made for sensitive skin. I'd be glad to be able to do that. Beard Octane Neutral is a fantastic option. Yep, absolutely. Leo says, Dr. Samuel Johnson said about women swearing, they know the words, but not the music. True of many today who just object. They know the words, but not the music. That one's not hitting me yet. And I can be honest
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. I feel like it's real deep, and we're going to like reflect later.
Leo, tell us.
Yeah. Man, I like the challenge of it though. They know the words, but not the music. Interesting. If it's like missing a beat or you're not using it properly in context, Sam's swearing is flawless. Her swearing is on point. Yeah, her swearing is on point. And my buddy and I hang out with Jason in person, and we go to B-dubs and beard competitions. He goes, the first time I heard Dan swear, I felt like I corrupted him.
Oh my gosh, no. Dan swears, not as much as I do, but he swears like in daily life.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, and I've never claimed not to. The reason I don't swear on this platform is when I started it, I was a teacher.
Yeah.
It was purposely to be family friendly. And I do understand there's a lot of people that are not comfortable with swearing. Yeah. So if I have the option of having more people watch and just dropping a couple of words from my vocabulary while I'm on air, that's fine. I don't think that's fake. I don't think that's anything. That's just being considerate and being purposeful. And so, yeah, I'm fine with that. Absolutely.
Do you know that you have swore twice tonight?
Well, it just depends on what you consider swear words. And that's
I don't consider anything a swear word.
That's a whole nother topic. And there have been pushback on that, right? There's people that'll say like, hey, you say hell or you say bastard and these things. And I'm like, I'm okay with those ones. I would have said my rule was always, would I feel comfortable saying it in a classroom with my principal watching?
Oh.
And if I felt comfortable with saying that in a history classroom, I was okay saying it here. And I was fine with saying hell. I was fine with saying bastard. Those things are used in history, right? So yeah. Colin says, I'm trying to do a yeard. What are your thoughts on trimming? Should I do it at all? Trim straight hairs. If you're doing a yeard, don't touch it. Simple as that. I'm a yeard purist. If you trim, I don't think that you did a yeard. So if you're trying to, just simply leave. I was shocked when I heard Dan drop the F-bomb. I don't even remember it. I didn't realize that I did drop the F-bomb.
I don't know. It's normal to me, so it doesn't stand out or anything.
Yeah, I guess I did. Okay, so Leo says there's many ways. You said to use the deleted word. Similar, there are many ways to call someone an SOB. Yes. Well, the B word is very, very flexible, right? You can call someone a B and it's in a bad way. And you'll be like, oh, that be bad, like in a good way, like, yeah, and
it's versatile.
It's versatile. So true. Yeah, so true, man. I love that. Awesome, guys. All right. Yeah, if you do a year, just don't touch it. He said you dropped it when talking about drafting email to parents. All right.
Man, you guys know.
I'm guessing there was an it after it. Right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, when Sam dropped the F-bomb in the podcast, I said she's one of us. Yeah, I just wish come hang out with us, guys. Just come see. We're just normal as can be, man. We're not
like uppity people.
We are the least uppity people there are.
We're the downity
Yeah,
people.
we're the downity people. Yeah, we are not fancy. We are not like we are upstanding citizens that I don't know. Just come hang out with us. Yeah. Eric said, I can quote you if you want. Nah, that's okay. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right, my friend. You guys are a trip. All right, let's go ahead and continue on here. All right, Tony W. I've been growing my beard for 4.5 months. And Doug said, they ain't uppity. I can attest. Thank you, Doug. Thank you. So, yes, too funny. Oh, my gosh. All right. Do you think that the sides are weak enough to justify minoxidil, or should I just wait longer? Great question. All right, great question. And I'll raise you and say minoxidil or other growth products, because minoxidil is not the only option here. Yeah, not the only option here. I'm opening it right now. It's awesome. Okay. I don't know what you're opening over there, but be careful. If it's the podcast.
Be careful.
Oh, by the way, guys, scrolly on the bottom here. beardadvicelive@gmail.com. If you would like to be on the show next week, please send in. We love having you guys. Like, I don't feel like some like mounting pressure where if we don't have a ton, we're going to have a great show anyway.
Yeah.
But we would love to have you. So send in beardadvicelive@gmail.com. You can be on the show as well. All right. So let's go ahead and see. Oh, the Groomsman Mac gift set. Nice.
Oh, snap.
Very cool. I just talked about that today on Beard Topics Live. Awesome, man. I love that. Tony says, sorry for the low quality pics. I was at work. No problem, man. We understand. You gotta get that job done. All right. Ooh, Jason said we gotta go axe throwing sometimes.
Want to go axe throwing.
We've never done it.
Okay, but I have this fear that
she's seen too many TikTok videos.
Throw the axe and it's gonna bounce back and dead.
Yeah.
Does that happen?
It's possible.
I don't know.
I don't know if dead has happened, but it's possible. But that would be fun if we invite all the beard people and their significant others and do something like that.
Wow.
That would be a blast.
Rent out the whole place?
I don't know about that, but
you said all of them.
I said invite them.
Yeah, they will all come.
I ain't rented nothing, baby. That's expensive. Come on.
I forgot you're cheap.
Yeah, that is a good idea, though. I like that. I'll see what we can do. Travis said I'm down. That would actually be so fun. Let's see what we can do. Companies, any sponsors out there? I promise there will be a lot of beards that will want to hear about your company there. Travis will go and the time, and I've never had any issues.
Oh, good.
Steven, are you in here? Steven is an axe throwing instructor.
What?
He is Yeah, he's he is in here. Steven, educate us. Where are you at, my friend? I knew he was. I love you guys, man. Yeah, yes, come to see me. There he is. I knew it. Oh, too funny. And I don't think he even commented earlier about it.
That's hilarious.
See, I know my people. Yeah, I know my people. So that's awesome, man. Yeah, that would be fun. That would be real fun. And okay. To the advice here. Leo says, give it more time. And he's asking a direct question.
Mm-hmm.
When you see those cheeks, is that something that's so weird? When you see
those cheeks.
When you see them cheeks, when you see the beard hair on his cheeks, he is definitely not somebody that's in his 40s or 50s, I would imagine, right? So he does have years to come. Do you think that this is something where you're like, yeah, I see it. Go get a growth something on there. Or do you think it's time, patience, healthy habits, and see how it plays out?
I mean, if it were me, I would say, like, why not try it? What's the downfall to it, I guess?
Yeah.
Is there? I don't know.
There is.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that's why I was going to kind of up it here. Tony, the answer of don't do anything right now is always going to be fine. Hey, Patrick, thanks, man. Welcome to the team. 32. Yeah, you still have, Tony, about 10 more years of beard growth potential naturally. Without anything else, you have time. Exactly. There are some risk with using minoxidil. One of the scariest ones that's actually pretty common is heart palpitations. Minoxidil was originally created as a cholesterol medication or something to do with your heart is why it was made. And literally they started testing it and people were like, my hair is growing in places.
Just because it's a stimulant, or
it must be activating blood flow. And
okay.
So heart palpitations can be something. You can also lose hair. You can damage your follicles. There's kind of 3 groups when it comes to minoxidil. It works very well for some. It does nothing for others and has negative consequences for the rest of them. And so that would be a thing to consider. Now, There are natural remedies that can give you a chance and even scientifically proven to be better than minoxidil, including the growth stimulator oil from Dr. Nick's, including the accelerator from Grindstone Grooming. All those things can give you a chance with a natural approach. Tony, if you haven't yet, check out my dormant hair follicle video that was like 2 weeks ago. That could be really interesting for you. Yeah, it really, really could. And my question is a lot like Sam's. Is there any detriment to using castor oil and peppermint oil? No, absolutely none. When you're using the right ratios and the legal limits to it, if we're compliant, no concerns there at all. So it definitely could help. And yeah, if I were to recommend anything that you wanted to do, I would say try something like the Dr. Nick's growth oil. Is it guaranteed? Is it a promise? Is it magic? No, of course not. But it can give you a chance. So yeah, I think that would. And Vado says, but don't you have to continuously use minoxidil in order to keep hair growth? Oh, man, that's a super debated topic.
Oh.
Some people do use it. They get great results. They stop, and then the hair is shed, and it starts over again.
Oh, because the hairs fall out naturally and it's not coming back?
So you have the difference of like deep-seated rooted hairs versus vellus hairs, which are some will come in, and then they're going to fall out quicker. They're going to come in, they're going to fall out quicker.
Goodness.
Once they become deep-seated and rooted, then they have a much longer life cycle, and they hold on for longer. Imagine like the difference of like your baby hairs as compared to like your top scalp hairs.
Don't talk about my baby hairs.
Her baby hairs have gotten so much better over the years, guys.
So much better.
That's been really cool. So, yep.
Thank you.
Well, it's been cool to like watch and see like that it's real, you know, like Sam used to have a wicked part from her hair, like wicked part.
Yeah.
And it was like a bald spot.
Mm-hmm.
And she did these things with different oils and castor and changed the way she parted her hair.
My hair
part. Yeah. And so that helped as well. Hey, Jenny, thank you. Thank you, Jenny and Leo. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. So yeah, all those things can really help. Tony, you have a great beard, dude. It looks awesome. I wouldn't worry too much about it, but I do know we're all our own worst critics, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to improve, right?
Exactly.
Wanting to get better. So yeah, absolutely. All right. Next one here. Oh, and Patrick brings up a good one. So Patrick says the Fable 3-in-1 Beard Growth Elixir. So Patrick, that's a great product. I have some in the house right now, but that's not going to create any new hairs. That is just going to make the hairs you have grow faster and grow stronger. Creating new hairs is something totally, totally different. But a combination would not be a bad thing at all. Yeah, it would not be a bad thing at all. And Gunter says, Dan, what do you think of hydrolyzed collagen peptides? I don't know. I've never actually heard that first word used with collagen peptides. So I am not sure. It was only fair that I had a membership too. That's right, girl. That's right. You tell it. No, I'm just kidding. Leo's awesome, man. All right, next one. Josh, I need help. I sent it. Are you trapped at a Temu manufacturing facility?
No.
Oh no. Write it on a tag next time, okay? I've sent people could come in out of context and be like, that's so wrong. Check the first part of the show, guys. Are we canceled?
No.
No? Okay, good. That's Sam's fears that we get canceled.
Don't even.
I said, bring them
Knock on wood.
I got nothing to hide. I sent in before my mustache curling into my mouth, and heat was the answer, but my mustache is still curling, although I use an excessive amount of heat on my mustache and beard. So I will say before this starts, it's not exactly about how much heat, but about how you use the heat too. So something to consider there. For example, the equation is heat plus tension equals direction. If you're applying a ton of heat and you're not going in the right direction, or you're not using enough tension, it doesn't matter. I use butter at night and oil in the morning after a shower. I only use balm if I leave the house. My question is, am I using too much heat that could be the reason for my curling? Let's take a look. All right. Awesome, man. Thanks for sending in, Josh. So, Josh, it's actually super simple here. The reason why your mustache hair right there is curling into your mouth and nothing else is because you trim this. Oh, man, I like this pen. What you do is you trim this section of your mustache much shorter than you do these sections. And so what happens here is these are curling in because they're simply longer, and those hairs are still a part of your mustache. And I would bet that you sleep with your face on the pillow on this side of your face. Did I just make like a beautiful drawing there?
Nope, definitely not.
And so if the curling is bothering you, Josh, you need to trim that even. It's that simple. I am also, even if you tame it perfectly with heat, I'm not a fan of having short, right? You see this line here, very, very short, and then whoom, it jets out. right? So I would recommend just simply taking scissors and just doing a little snip, 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 and then you can simply use that.
Cut up into it though. Go like this.
Use a little
Don't cut
angle.
straight.
There you go, guys. Advice from Sam C. Yep, advice from Sam C. But that one's simple, man. Yeah, I really, really do it. I had to dip out. I did like the waffle. Yeah, it was okay. And shockingly, Sam really liked the Bit Honeys.
Sure did.
That was pretty cool. I had the same problem. Yeah, that's definitely a common one. Common one. Question: do great white salt pepper beards dry faster? Yes. On my beard days, dry fast. Probably 5 minutes after I towel dry. Yep, 100%, Mark. They are less likely to hold in moisture because they're losing that outer layer of protection. So yeah, spot on, dude. Good observation. All right. So Josh, that's the biggest tip that I can do there. He says, thanks for the advice. Time for bed. Work early. Good night, everyone. All right, take care, man. Thank you for sending in, Josh. All right, Jim, this is a question that is text only here. Text only. I know you recently mentioned if you don't have a stripping wash, you can double wash with a gentle daily. Yes. Not as quite as good, but yes. I'm about to run out of a stripping wash and allowable counter and shower space. All right, understood. I wanted to know if you meant you can double wash with the daily gentle until you get a proper stripping wash, or if double wash was a viable option. So, will your beard survive without a stripping wash? Probably. Yeah. If you
Probably.
if you do a double wash. Yeah, all right, let me rephrase. Will your beard survive without a stripping wash? Yes, it will. Absolutely. Will it reach its best potential? It's tough to say. A lot depends on your lifestyle. If you wear wax, I really recommend a stripping wash. If you get real dirty, real sweaty, I really recommend a stripping wash. And remember, Jim, a stripping wash can be a bar of soap, a good quality bar of soap. The one in my shower right now is literally Beard Octane Cold Start. I actually would love to have that in my shower for the rest of my life. That's not a hint to Joe or anything, but I literally would like to have that in the shower for the rest of my life. But it can work. If you are like, no, something's got to go, double washing is definitely a good option. I know you prefer not to mention specific companies on the advice stream, so just made it general question. If you feel like it's worth addressing, between you and I, Everyman Jack is almost gone, and Dr. Nick's is my daily. When you get a chance, would you let me know if Dr. Nick's on stripping days twice would work? It would, man. I think you would be fine. It's definitely better than not using anything stripping. And you and Jim, I know you personally, you have a shorter beard. You're going to be fine. So I think you'd be okay there. Sam, my trimming scissors were lousy to begin with and are getting worse. Could you recommend a good quality pair of scissors, please?
Yeah. What's the scissors that I use for haircuts?
So the main ones that we have used, one is from Luxurious Bastard, and I don't know if they have those in. That was actually like test scissors.
Oh.
But the other ones that we like are from Bad Donkey Beard Care.
Okay.
BABC. Those ones are great ones as well. And Sam is very particular about her shears.
I am.
She will tell me when it's not a good pair. She will 100%.
I've been using the same one for a long time now.
Yeah. These ones have stayed sharp.
Yeah.
Yep. Tynamo, same company. The only liquid stripping wash that I really use is from BABC, the Bad Donkey Beard Care. It's wonderful. It's really, really good. Eric said, we'll just send you a 25-pound block of it.
Oh my gosh. You can just cut off a little piece whenever you need
off. Oh my God. I'm not going to say no. Yeah, I'm not going to say no to that one. So yes, please. So I hope that helped out, Jim. Thank you, buddy. All right. And okay. So this name has the fancy thing above the A's.
Okay.
Paul? How you pronounce that?
I don't know what the thing above the A makes the A sound like.
Somebody help us out phonetically, but I'm gonna go.
I feel like it's Paula.
That's his last name is A.
Oh, here he is. Paul.
He said yes, Paul. All right.
Okay.
See, there's the fancy thing, right? All right.
Fancy.
Yes, Paul. And he says, I've been watching your videos for a short while now, and this is my first submission. Welcome.
Hi.
I'm looking primarily for general beard advice. I'm going for a medium length of beard, 6 inches, and then probably shape it more like a ducktail. So that would be the kind of Kratos with like the flat bottom that we talked about. Thank you for consideration. With all you do, stay positive and stay bearded. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have here.
Nice.
Wow.
So cool.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay. He is saying, dude, you have a phenomenal beard.
Yeah.
Like a holy crap beard. He is saying, I'm looking for general beard advice. He's thinking of going about 6 inches and then going with a ducktail. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I have a feeling you are very in tune with your style, with knowing your own beard, knowing what's going to be right as you adjust along the way. I don't feel comfortable telling you like something to go for in 3, 4, 5, 6 months from now. I think you are unbelievably dialed in, and that's a fantastic beard.
Yes, it's so got a yawn coming through.
Oh no.
So well maintained. Like that line is so crispy.
Yeah.
And it just is like styled perfectly. Like you did a great job.
Oftentimes when I see a crispy line like that, I'll see the hairs are too straight or unnatural. You've got great texture.
Yes.
The color's on point. This isn't too manicured on the cheek line or the sideburns. It's like a natural fade, but it's not sloppy or floppy. I don't even know how a beard's floppy, but it just kind of rhymed.
Well,
your beard is phenomenal, dude. And I do believe your question was genuine. Otherwise, I wouldn't have included it if I thought it was a flex. I love everything about this. Keep growing and keep educating us on what you do, because I have a feeling we can learn from you, my man. It looks phenomenal.
Yes.
The head hair is super cool. Styling. Dude, you're killing it. Keep rocking it. Thank you for sending in. Really, really appreciate that. Ducktail, yeah, Russ. So a ducktail would be actually, I'll actually draw it in on here for you. Good question, man. And if you guys don't know something, please ask. Right, that I can't help explain it if I don't know. So a ducktail would be very similar to his beard. Now it would come in here. You do a little down angle, flat, down angle, and then back up again this way. Kind of messed up the other side here, but look at this one. All right, let's try again. All right, clear. So a ducktail, flat on the side, angle down, straight across. That is your ducktail here. Down, angle down, straight across.
Is that what a duck's tail looks like?
I really have no idea. I've wondered this many times.
No.
But in practicality, when it comes to talking about a beard, that is a ducktail beard there. So I don't know if I've ever looked closely at a ducktail before.
I'm going to next time I see one.
Yep. Hey.
Get back here.
Quack,
I gotta look at your tail.
Yeah, get back here. Violet, go catch it.
Oh my.
So, yeah. Thank you, Russ, for asking, man. That was a great question. I love when people ask questions because we've all been there in different situations where, like for me, I'll go like car shopping. And I was in a meeting today and they threw out 3 letters of an acronym. I didn't know what it meant. I just had to go with it and act. I'm like, oh, yeah, of course I know what the PBC is. Duh, obviously. And so if we say something and you're like, oh, I don't really know what that is, ask, you guys. We would love to. So yeah. And Leo says, all the ducktails I know have pointy tails. Hey, Max, thanks for listening, man. Appreciate it. All right. I think we have one more. This is our last one, guys. And this is just a little update from our man, Caleb. He said, update for my trim last week. Quick pictures. It's been a hectic day taking care of the kids and wife. COVID. Dude, I'm sorry, man. Sorry. Hope everybody's getting better as they're going through. All right. Mix up with DuckTales. Yeah. We are not going to make Florida Man Monday.
DuckTales.
Woo! All right. Here we go with the Caleb update trim. Before.
Look at that shirt, though.
Sorry. The after, or the before here, and then the after. Let's go ahead and draw a little arrow. Beautiful.
Nice.
All right. So before and after, you can just really tell. Look at the mustache. How much cleaner this is over here. Look at the bottom.
Oh gosh, I didn't even see the mustache.
Yeah,
okay.
You got to look at the mustache. You know, and so it just looks clean. It just looks like a really nice trim. There was some transparency kind of in this region here that when again, look at the shirt as a guide.
Yep.
Right? We have the star over here, right? All that under is you're not seeing that under here. This is all freed up now when it was before with all this.
Perfect.
Dude, you crushed it. Absolutely crushed. He said, here. Thanks, man. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for sending in. Very, very cool.
Good job.
The mustache is a great transformation here. And I want to point this out because a common question has been like, what's been a common mustache question for this show?
Should I trim it?
Why?
Because my wife doesn't like it.
That seems like when we've brought Sam on board, it's made people feel comfortable kind of asking that, right?
Yeah.
And so that's beautiful. And I love that Sam's here for that. This mustache is epic, right? It's big, but it's completely covering his upper lip and most of his lower lip. You can't even really tell that he has a lip. Over here, you can see, oh my gosh,
Wow.
There's lips
You
there.
have beautiful lips.
Now, anybody sees this mustache, nobody can say that's not a full mustache. That is
No.
a full mustache. If you didn't know the other side existed, you would never even think that there was anything bigger than that, And so, yeah, it's absolutely great. Hey, Patrick, thanks for coming in, man. Thanks. He had sent in an update earlier as well.
Nice.
So very, very cool, man. And Jeff wants to know how long you have been growing it. So let us know there. Awesome. All right, let me get out of you like that little view change to get a little bit bigger.
Yeah. Making me dizzy over here.
All right, guys, scrolling down at the bottom here, beardadvicelive@gmail.com. We'd love to have you guys on next week. We're going to talk about some stuff that's not beard related. We're going to talk about some beard related stuff. We're going to try some things. And if you guys have suggestions and I'm not trying to ask for things here, but if you want to send stuff in too, we're always welcome to this. I don't know if we would have ever picked this out to try.
No.
And Sam was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
And you guys are always asking, is there anything Sam likes? Has there been anything Sam enjoys? Well, now the answer is yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And Moose says the full mustache is always worth the wait. There you go. Yep. And Jose said, yeah, she gave me great advice. I love that. She really does add a different element to the stream that would not be possible without her. And that's super cool.
Thank you.
You are unreplaceable.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it is really awesome. So Caleb says 6 years, but with proper care, until about 9. But with proper care, but not with proper care until about 9 months ago.
Wow. Okay.
Awesome. Hey, thank you guys for coming in. All right, Sam C, any parting words for the peoples? Any call to actions?
Make sure to check out the podcast, dropping Friday morning at 6 a.m.
6 a.m. Eastern, so you guys can have it on your way into work.
Exactly. It's going to be fun this week. Fun as in toxic.
Oh, baby. What is the title of our podcast this week?
Is how to cut toxic people from your life.
Yeah.
Cutting toxic people from your life.
Unbelievable. I would actually say, you guys, one of the biggest changes in Sam's life was the ability, at least since I've known her, was the ability to cut toxic people out of her life.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
You're dead to me.
You're dead to her. And it wasn't always that way. And the positive impacts is so awesome. And yes, please, you guys, legitimately, let's have some fun. And I am saying this because we are on the stream. October 27th, 8 p.m. Eastern. Enter this beard contest. The prizes are ridiculous. Each week, here's my promise to you guys. We will update the prize list and the sponsors, and Joe will keep us posted so you guys can see who is going to be in on it. There's a link in the chat to that page directly. Go check that one out, and we're going to be judging. Do you feel any pressure?
No.
Yeah, we're just gonna be honest. That's all we can do. So don't get sensitive. Don't have your feelings hurt. Woo, Scuba. Yeah, man. Scuba's
what is Scuba the celebrity here?
Yeah, right.
Jeez,
Yeah, he's like,
gosh.
Scuba's not gonna I do believe Scuba's gonna be, for those of you that enjoy Scuba's content, I think he's gonna be diving back into content more. We had a conversation recently, and I think he's like, all right, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be kind of doing the dang thing. And so I'm excited to see him coming out, giving some different what I love and respect about Scuba. I told this to Sam. There's two things that I greatly admire about Scuba. Number one, Scuba does not have an ounce of jealousy in his heart.
Mm-hmm.
It's the craziest thing, man. I fully understand the layout of the land. When Scuba started, he was a big channel. When I started, I was a teeny tiny minnow, and I've grown to be a like middle-sized panfish. Scuba's still like the huge salmon, right? He's a big, big fish, but he sees that panfish coming. A lot of people would get insecure about that and like not want that. Scuba's been nothing but supportive, nothing but like helpful with me, and does not have any jealousy. That's tough, right? That's really tough to do. As a human, yeah.
Maybe he's a robot. I don't know.
Could be. And that's hard to do. Another thing that I really respect and appreciate about Scuba, his content is his content. He is not copying anybody. He is not even subconsciously influenced by anybody. Scuba is Scuba, and I love that. I love when people are themselves. You don't have to like them. You don't have to like be their favorite person, but I respect people when they're themselves like that. And I've always said that, man, that means a lot to me. And so he really is cool. And Scuba's crazy. He's got a lot of things to him. We don't agree on everything. We actually probably disagree on more things than we agree on, but he is a humble dude. Like he doesn't take things too seriously. He's a goofball. We're very different. Like very, 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 very different. He's older than me. He's not married, doesn't have kids. He's just enjoying his life. And I respect him, man. I really do. Yep. All right. Ducktail beards are indeed pointy.
They are.
Oh, there we go. And Scuba has been so kind to me. He is. He's just a kind person, man. He really is. And so I love that. But I'm not going to try to be Scuba, right? That's not me. I'm not going to do that. So I have nothing but respect for Scuba. And people will be like, wait, aren't you guys like online enemies and stuff? That's all just for fun. We just joke about that. And yeah, and it's okay. Final words here. We had talked about earlier, it's a silly thought to think negatively about good products in stores, for companies to be insecure and say, I can't believe Dan made butter and balm that's in Rite Aid. Oh my gosh, it's going to end the market. I've had those things said to me. That's silly. In the same way that it would be silly for me to want Scuba to do poorly.
Yeah.
There's so many people that find Scuba and then find me and then find the community. I want Scuba to get as big as possible. I've always said that, and I really mean that. I want every beard content creator to be huge. I don't care if they pass me, if they double me, if they triple me. That's great. The same thing goes for beard products in stores. Every company should want quality products in stores because it's going to be better for you. It's going to be better for the market, right? We think about how many guys are out there with beards that don't use products. Let's get them using products. It's going to be a big one for sure.
Yep.
And the world does not need two Scubas. On that note, I think that's a perfect way to leave here. Sam, anything as a goodbye to our friends?
Nope.
No?
Bye.
Goodness.
If you want a ta-ta, you have to listen to the
podcast.
podcast.
Snap. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. On that note, I will give you mine. Please